Hey everybody, this is GKE715. Welcome back to another Let's Play of Mega Man 3. So, last time we defeated Top Man and Shadow Man. Now we are after Spark Man. Spark Man, according to his bio, he is a robot created to charge electricity, and he can generate twice as high voltage as Elect Man can. A good point, he's friendly. A bad point, he's a forgetful robot. He likes electric eels, and he hates being lonely. So that's pretty interesting to find out. And actually, that dislike of him being lonely. Fun fact, that subject was like later touched in the Archie comics of Mega Man 3, where after all the Mega Man 3 robot masters have been defeated, Elect Man is actually seen as lonely. So it is pretty cool to find that out, that the guys at Archie Comics did actually read it, at least some of the bios in some of the bios in Mega Man, which is pretty cool. Now we have these little spike traps, so be careful you don't like touch them. Also don't fall down those pits. Easy as pie. There's another of these driver enemies. Not fun, I'll tell you that. Alright, Sparkman, I believe, should be. Oh, he is up ahead, but we gotta get through all of these robots. Long fall down here. There's some garbage down here, which we need to to get through. Okay, that hurts. Yeah, okay, not gonna bother shooting at the garbage. Alright, there's more more of this. Keep jumping around. Ooh, that was close. And we made the Sparkman. Simple. Now, Sparkman is weak to the Shadow Blade, so keep in mind of that. So here is his battle stage. So he is weak to Shadow Blade. Just spam that thing. Watch out for any electricity that he'll fire. So that's what I recommend. The thing about Sparkman, he's actually not that very difficult. You guys may be surprised, he's not difficult. At that. And from defeating him, we get the Spark Shock, which is his weakness. So we get Spark Shock, which is pretty cool. But now we are about to move on to our next Robot Master. Let me see if I can find who's weak to the Spark Shock. I'm trying to remember what was it again? What is he weak to? Okay then. Give me a quick minute here. Let's see here. Okay, right, our next guy that we're gonna go after is Magnet Man. Magnet Man, in my opinion, is the coolest of the Mega Man 3 robot masters, in my opinion. A powerful robot that has magnetic power, though he is a robot, he is addicted to magnetic therapy. A good point, he has management abilities. A bad point, he's bad at directions. He likes massages. And he hates floppy disks because floppy disks don't have magnets in them. Yeah, he hates old technology, which is actually pretty weird. Let's go down here, and Proto Man returns again for another round. Let's see here if I can So yeah, trying to see if I can there you go. That takes care of him. We got one of these weird enemies, that fires rockets around the place. Yeah, there's always every Mega Man game. There's these giant enemies giant enemies and all that are around the place. There we go. Jump up here, and I believe down here there should be some. Oh, okay. There are magnets. Yeah, there are these freaking magnets, so keep your distance away from them. And I believe down here there should be a missed it. Okay. Yeah, invisible block, or disappearing and appearing blocks. One of my least favorite things in Mega Man. Let me see here. There we go. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to just perfect this. Okay, let me see here. So let them do that. There we go. We made it. Ooh, close one. There we go. Let's get a move on here. There is some health down there, which I could try and risk for it. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll just risk for it. I need the health pickup. Because I did lost some health there, which is my fault. So let's get a move on up here. Keep jumping. By the way, like I said about this game is really easy. I'm not even kidding. It's one of the easiest Mega Man games I've played. It's easy and difficult, which I kind of like it. I'm just gonna get rid of that bumper guy. Out. Okay. Now I believe Magnum. Yeah, he was weak to the Spark Shock. I believe from what I remember looking up in his data. Okay then, here he is. Okay, yeah, Magnum Missile. Watch out for that move. It will lock onto you, if you're underneath the missiles. Be careful with that. Anyways, that takes care of Magnet Man and also Spark Man. So from that we get Magnum Missile, which is pretty nice. Let's see. Here we got Magnum Missile, which honestly it gives him a really nice red and a smoke gray color on his suit, which is pretty cool. Now, what that is, yeah. So now we are pretty much getting close to the end of things. So I'll see you guys on our next continued Let's Play. All right.